Hello. Tonight we'll be making cheesecake, and for that we'll need 100 grams of cream, 100 grams of butter, 3 whole eggs, 300 grams of salted crackers, some vanilla sugar, cinnamon, 600 grams of cream cheese, and 150 grams of sugar. To start off, we will have to melt some butter. If you want a more dense base for your cake, you would want to use at least 50 to 100 grams more butter. I prefer it more crumbly. After that, while butter is melting, we'll crush the crackers. You want them crushed as finely as possible, but if you have small bits in there, it's not a big deal. You can keep it as that. So as you see here, there are a few chunks here and there. After that, you want to mix it with the butter and lay it down on a base in your cooking tray. To even it out and smooth it out more, you would actually want to use a glass with flat bottom to even it out. The reason for that is because the glass will help you keep the form and make the edges of the cake for it. After it's done, you would actually want to pop this base into the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes just to cook it through so it holds together. While our base is cooking, we would actually like to beat the cheese with all the spices until the sugar is completely dissolved. I already did it in behind the camera. Sorry for that, but as you can see, I'm doing it all by hand, so it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. You don't need any special equipment for that. Only the whisk. When our pieces of sugar are left inside, we add the cream, beat it again, and then we start slowly incorporating the eggs one by one. So you want to beat one egg, then mix it together. You don't have to actually beat it that hard anymore when you add the eggs. Uh, it's done, so the cake is a little bit more denser rather than being airy, because it doesn't make any sense, but that's just my personal experience that I got from this. That whenever I try to beat it after I'm adding the eggs, it just makes it a little bit more dense, but at the same time creamier and more decadent than it used to be. Otherwise, you won't have any big bubbles, but it's going to be pretty airy. And it depends on your personal taste whether you want to avoid it or you want to actually keep it that way. Otherwise, once the whole mixture is beaten, incorporate the eggs using your silicone spatula. Once our mixture is done, we want to pour it in the base, but do it extremely carefully and slowly, because doing it too fast might break the base if it's done too crumbly. And if it's done that way, then first of all, the cake will not rise at all. And second of all, it might burn and you will get a pretty disgusting taste of burnt cheese in there. Burnt cheese and sugar. To avoid it, you actually might use a ladle to slowly pour at least the first half of the cheesecake mixture, the batter. It will definitely make sure that the cake is not breaking and the base is whole. After that, you just want to even it out as much as possible. If you don't even it out fully, it's gonna be fine, and for as long as you're doing it for yourself at home. So just don't try that much. To get all the batter out of any tray you are mixing it in, I advise using a silicone spatula. It will make it perfectly for that. After it, you wanna easily tap the cheesecake against the flat surface to remove all excess bubbles from it. If the base is edges of the base crumble a little bit on top, it's not a big deal. It's still gonna cook through and it's not gonna change anything. After that, you want to pop it in the oven for the same 200 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes are over, you want to reduce temperature of the oven to 110 degrees Celsius and keep the cake in there for another hour until it's completely cooked through. When it's done, just open the oven and let the cake cool off in the oven, at least for a few hours. Thank you for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this cheesecake that you see here, and do have a good night. Bye.